My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
Barry Allen. Oh my gosh, this is the Flash's Subaru. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Fergus Falls, Minnesota, and welcome to another video. What is that behind me, you ask? Well, it happens to be the Fergus Falls Regional Treatment Center, and it's where they used to put crazy people, and that's who you'd have to be to buy a rusted out Subaru nowadays. Okay, I take that back. I'm totally kidding. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Okay, where do I start with this car? So 12 years ago, I was a lad of 24, and one of my coworkers, I was working healthcare at that time, one of my coworkers had a 2.5 RS Impreza, and I always thought it was a really sweet car, and I remember hitting him up about it a couple times then. I was like, what's it worth? Would you ever sell it? And you know, nothing, never would. I kind of moved on with my life, obviously moved down to Arizona and started my real estate career, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I've been starting to look at 2.5 RSs again. I've been spending more time up in Minnesota with my family. That's where I'm from originally. And I thought it'd be fun to have a car to make some content with up there. Obviously, a good majority of the year is winter, so all-wheel drive. And then, of course, you know, that polarizing Subaru rumble. Which I actually really dig. I thought would make a sweet car for the channel. So I started looking, and you know, I hit up that old coworker of mine, and sure enough, he still had it. The car hadn't run in 6 years, and you're looking at it. Now, I'm always super straight up with you guys. I tell it like it is. I paid $1,000 for the car. When I bought it, he goes, hey man, you know, it hasn't run in 6 years. It's been sitting here. Honestly, I'd like to sell it to somebody I don't know. But I kind of convinced him like, hey, I'm not gonna be a problem. I'll take care of anything that's wrong with it. Don't worry about it. So I had to put a battery in it. That was 225 bucks or something from O'Reilly's. And then I had it diagnosed for about 160 bucks. They thought it was the fuel pump. So I got a fuel pump and a couple other little accessories to go with it from O'Reilly's. That was another $100, $111, something like that. So all told, I'm about $1,350, $1,400 into this car to get it up and running. Now, as you can see, she is far from perfect, and I like her that way. She's got hail damage, she's got scratches, she's got a little rust coming in on the quarters. The paint is actually still pretty good. Honestly, I could correct it. I could make it look really nice if I wanted to. I don't think I will. That's not the philosophy of use that I have for this car. I kind of want it to be a beater. I feel like the channel is missing a car that could really be, you know, kind of a terror, kind of a menace. Honestly, I like to take this thing out on the lakes this winter and try to sort of hone in my drift skills that I don't have right now. That way I can maybe save the Z a little bit by learning with this. Plus, I get really bored up here when I'm visiting. So just to have a car to rip around in, go see friends, you know, get good gas mileage. We'll probably do something with the exhaust at some point, whether it's cut it off straight pipe or actually do something legit to have that little rumble that the Subies put out. I think it'll be pretty sick. So that was kind of my reason for purchasing it. Now, with all that said, I'm a total Subaru newbie, so let me take you through the car a little bit. Light up the comment section as much as you want, guys. I know a lot of times on the channel I kind of discourage it because sometimes you guys are kind of mean.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
But on this one, I'm happy to take any information I can. Correct me if I'm wrong, know-it-alls, but I think this is an EJ25. I think that's where the 2.5 comes from. Obviously, this would be the non-turbo variant. I believe the EJ25 is in WRXs and the STIs. Maybe it's just the STIs or the WRXs. I'm sorry, I just don't know a lot about Subarus currently. But from what I know, that's what we are looking at right here. It does have a massive exhaust leak currently. Let me see if I can get it on camera here for you. I'm assuming you guys could hear that, so if you think I should do a manifold gasket or just go all out with headers or something, definitely let me know. Obviously, I want to keep this thing as budget as possible. Budget Subaru Ice Drifter noisemaker is kind of my philosophy of use that I'm thinking right now with this. Now, the interior is absolute junk. I don't know what the guy was doing before, if he was like trying to rally it or something like that, but there's gravel dust everywhere, I think. Pet fur, I've got the back end tore up because I just put that fuel pump in. I think you can probably see the pet fur. It's basically embedded in everything right now. Hi, it's me from the future. I forgot to mention this when I was filming my intro, but I wanted to show you some video clips of when I first picked up the car and what it took to get it running.
Flashback.
See that dipstick?
Let's see it. We've got... Dude, there ain't much in there if there's any in there.
What are you putting in there?
Just some 530.
No drippies.
Oh,
Look at this hood though.
come on. You got it in you, girl. It kind of like turned over.
Yeah.
Go, baby, go. I guarantee it doesn't have fuel.
Dude, we got a pretty good runway to push start you in reverse.
If it doesn't have fuel, it doesn't matter.
Well, we don't know that though, if that's the problem.
Listen though. Here, come here. Listen. I don't hear anything pumping back there.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see the motor mounts on this thing.
Do it.
It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Fuel pump's easy to get to. Nothing strip, please. One more and I've got them all broke loose. It's pretty rusty down here though.
Where did you get the pump from so fast?
They had them at O'Reilly's.
Oh, what are the chances?
Dude, 50 bucks.
Nice.
I know.
So they wanted like 600 to install that?
Yeah, they wanted 750 to install it.
That is like $700 an hour.
Right?
Because it's probably an hour's worth of work.
Yeah, I've got about 30 into it so far. I just hope I don't break anything. I just got an angry hose and I think I'm about ready to put the pump back in.
Oh boy.
I got it running. I got it running. I went to go shake the battery and start it up and I forgot to record, but fire up.
End of flashback.
To my knowledge so far, the car doesn't leak anything that I found anyways. It does have over 200,000 miles on it. It is the original engine and the guy I bought it from was the original owner as well. So I know pretty much everything there is to know about the car, which is kind of nice even though it's pretty beat up. I know it's crazy to think, but a $1,000 car like this or a $1,400 car, whatever you want to call it, you know, kind of gets me going. I love value options. You guys have been following the channel for a long time. No, I don't like to blow money in frivolous ways. So, you know, $1,000 is really nothing for a mode of transportation. And the fact that I get all-wheel drive and a Subaru Rumble, and I don't have to really worry about the body or anything. I can take this down the road to a Walmart, get it dented, drive it on ice, you know, drive it on snow with salt, and never really care because I don't have a lot wrapped up into it. And if it blows up tomorrow, it's really not that big of a deal. I think what I'm trying to say is that I'm super excited about this car. Now, if you know me, you know how the channel works. I can't drive this car in its current form. Let's take it back, start doing some cleaning, maybe a little bit of maintenance, and see where we are when the dust settles in this episode. Like literally where the dust settles, it's gonna fly everywhere. The 19 secrets of exceptional results selling. Hopefully I don't regret that one. Clean out most of the garbage, probably too late, but before.
The next day.
I shouldn't have cleaned this thing so well. I'm kind of regretting doing that. So there are two kinds of cars in the world. There are those that will let you modify them, drive them hard, and they will just keep showing up for more. And then there are those where if you look at them wrong, maybe put a new air filter on them, they'll wince in pain and act like they can't run anymore. I'm not gonna lie, after treating this thing to a 2-day spa, as soon as I threw it in the gravel there and gave it that whip of the e-brake, it pretty much got pissed off. It started to die on me at stop signs. I threw some new gas in there. It does seem to help a little bit, but so far the 2.5 RS is maybe a little bit of a baby. That said, the old girl did clean up pretty good. As you can see, of course there's a little bit of dust in her now, but all in all, the interior is now clean enough where I am okay getting in it and driving it. And then the engine bay actually turned out really cool, and there's a few things I wanted to show you guys. So this being my first Subaru, it has been really easy to work on. Obviously I did the fuel pump. I was going to do the fuel filter. Once the car started running, I was like, I'm gonna keep this thing on a budget. I returned the fuel filter. This is where it's at. Most cars, it's like down underneath, kind of hard to get to. This is about as easy as you can make it. It's just hose clamps too, not fuel line fittings. Another cool thing was the air filter. This hood scoop is functional. These vents had covers on them. I figured, oh, I'll take those off, make those functional as well. So that's pretty cool that they come with that. And then this air box, you can kind of see it's broken on the side here, but it's broken in front of the filter. So this air coming in here will still go through the filter. Obviously it's gonna be coming in down through the hood. And then over here I had that cheap, I don't know what it was, like a custom job, polyurethane, metal mesh, fiberglass thing. I don't know, I just ripped that off. This is gonna be the main air intake, which obviously takes air in right here when you shut the hood. This sits right behind this, so it's like a ram air setup almost. So I think all we need to do is slap a K&N filter in here. The breathers or maybe the PCV are right on the sides behind the filter, so it's not gonna affect vacuum. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I think it's kind of cool. And then just the engine in and of itself is pretty simple. Spark plugs on the side here, super easy to get to. Kind of cool, as long as I don't blow a head gasket and this thing runs. Now, a lot of times on these new car purchases, I get a lot of new people watching the videos, kind of checking out the channel. If you are brand new, definitely stick around. I'm gonna give this car its own playlist, so if you're watching this in the future, check my channel for the Subaru 2.5 RS or something like that. It'll have all my videos for it, and definitely stick around if you're just tuning in. The next video probably will be some maintenance. I think I'll do all the fluids and stuff on this, get everything squared away, make sure it's running right. There is a check engine light on it right now. We'll also be handling that exhaust leak as well. And then going forward, it should just be fun stuff, hopefully in the winter when it snows, because obviously I just spent a lot of time cleaning it, and that one e-brake pull got it pretty dirty again. So I don't know how much gravel riding I'll be doing, but in the end, I got to get over it. It was a $1,000 car. I can't baby it too much. In any event, I think that will do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the purchase, cleaning, and driving of the new Subaru 2.5 RS. I appreciate you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. I'll catch you in the next one.
Listen.
Now, a lot of time, as long as she runs. If she doesn't and is a little, I'm gonna sell her.